And hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Box Office Shuffle here for the month of September. We're on our third episode of season 3. A little scatter shot because, it's football season. School Vikings. Sorry, Bears fans. That was a fun week one. It's September 10th we're recording this. We just got done watching I Am Sam from 2001, though technically the wide release was 2002. We'll get into that in a moment. It was directed by Jesse Nielsen, starring, of course, Sean Penn. This is Box Office Shuffle. I'm one of your hosts, Thomas, aka Mr. Warburg. Alongside me is Joe, aka Joe,
What's up?
and Chris, aka Gamma Caruchidor.
Heyo!
And the three of us, we bring our physical media collections together every other week. We spit out a random movie from those collections via our shuffle wheel, and that's what we talk about. This week it came out of Chris's collection. That's why I decided he'd go last this time. Normally he's second. And it spat out I Am Sam, which was from his collection. We watched off the DVD. Chris, you want to take it from here?
Yes.
What's the
So at this point, we don't go. What?
Sorry,
What
the
do you
Discord freaked out again, and you guys, my internet's been very weird.
Oh, okay. Okay. But yes. So if you don't know, at this point, we do, instead of going like a full plot overview and everything, we just kind of read the back little bit of the case and such. You know, that little paragraph that's always back there tries to get you hooked into the movie. This one definitely talks about because this is part of the one that where after they got nominated for an Oscar, and we'll get into that later. So it's talking about performances. So Sean Penn and Michelle Pfeiffer give career-defining performances in this humorous and heartwarming story about a mentally challenged father who enlists the aid of a high-powered attorney to help him regain custody of his daughter. An all-star supporting cast with a spectacular soundtrack complete this unforgettable story of life, love, and laughter. A little bit more of a broad overview. Sean Penn's character has like neurodivergent and mental learning disabilities that keep him from having more of a he has a year 7 child level of intelligence, essentially, and he has a kid, and now there's a whole court drama about how is he, as a solo mentally challenged individual, supposed to be able to support a child like that. So it's a whole story about that. And it definitely is. I think it was humorous. There were some points that I was laughing out loud for sure, but we'll get into that with more of that down the line with you guys who have, one, not seen it, and two, not seen it in a long time.
Oh yeah,
So,
been many, many years since I'd seen it.
yeah.
So as I said back in the beginning, are some of our facts and figures. The director was Jesse Nielsen, or Nelson, excuse me, not Nielsen. Mostly known more as a writer and producer than a director. Only had four other movies, 5 total, as a director credit, at least that I can find online. Probably biggest one other than this would be one that had Whoopi Goldberg in it in 1994, was Karina. Also did Stepmom as a writer in 1998. Then another film with I think it was Michelle Pfeiffer as a writer, was Story of Us, which was 1999, and Pfeiffer
Yes.
and Bruce Willis. Also
Yes.
wrote on Because I Said So, which was a Diane Keaton romantic comedy movie with, I think it was, it's Mandy Moore. That's who it was. And then most recently was writer, director, and producer of a comedy musical called Waitress in 2023. A couple different acting credits as well, some TV credits, and as well as a director of an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, I did see that. That was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Michelle Pfeiffer decided to do this movie because she enjoyed working with Jesse Nielsen on that previous one, The Story of Us.
Indeed.
And also really wanted to work with Sean Penn.
Indeed. So. Of course, Sean Penn was the lead of this movie, and as we mentioned on the case, and as I said earlier, he was nominated for Best Actor at I think it was the 74th Academy Awards for the year 2001. Did not win. as Tropic Thunder would so astutely observe just a few years later. I'm not going to
Yep.
insert the clip because it's a little out there, even for YouTube.
Yes.
But
Yep.
goddamn, that entire scene is still seared into my brain. It's so good,
Yeah.
especially
If
because
people
I
don't
had yeah.
understand, the what was the name of the movie in Tropic Thunder that
Oh, Simple Jack.
Ben Stiller's
Yeah.
Simple
Yep.
Jack? Simple Jack is essentially referencing I Am Sam. Here.
Yes.
Heavy influences from this movie. So if you've never seen this movie, but you've seen Tropic Thunder, you have a parodied version of it essentially in
Yeah, and I was
that.
looking up. They did the team behind and Stiller behind, everybody behind Tropic Thunder did reach out and like let Sean Penn know that like, hey, this is gonna be in the movie. It kind of felt weird. We're like, we should tell you we're gonna do. We did it anyway, but we should tell you what's gonna happen just so you're prepared. And they're like, yeah, it's fine. Like, I think the general gist of Penn and everyone's quote was like, once you put the movie out there, like it's not your baby anymore. Like it's fine. You know, that's what
Yeah.
art. That's what art is. They were cool with it, even though it was definitely one of the funniest parts of that movie for me, having already seen this film. I think I had to watch it for. It was either Psych or Developmental Psych. We watched this for in college. I want to say it was regular Psych. We watched it because I took that as a high school senior at a local college. So I think that's when we watched it, because we were discussing like different types of mental disorders. Which now at the time, I guess he would probably be more closely classified as intellectually disabled versus I think in the film,
Yes.
the term, which is what they used, is mental retardation. That is mostly
Yes.
fallen out of vogue with mental disorders and things of that nature. That's not really terminology they use anymore. Just
Yeah.
this movie is definitely a product of its time. And also entirely
Mhm.
fictional. Some of the other films around that time around mental disorders were like loosely based on real world stories, and this gave some of the veneer of that, largely just because of how it was made, but completely fictional. So Joey,
As we go through this, we're talking about subjects that none of us here have probably dealt with in real life. So we're going to try to probably approach these as sensitively as we can, but even we might make mistakes.
Mhm.
So uh, we just want to put that out there that we like the message of this story. We're doing our best, and we might make mistakes, and we understand that. If we say anything that's insensitive, we very much don't mean to. But this is a story that is it probably would be told differently
Oh, absolutely.
nowadays.
I mean, on its very face, the
Yeah,
lead would be different.
Oh,
you know,
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
sorry, I got a freaking nap.
Um,
God damn it. Right before
So,
filming,
yeah,
right
we're-
before we sat down to watch the movie, my office is just flooded with flies because my foam cracked around my windshield, around the AC unit in the window. Had to raid bomb my office. It's been a fun night. But by the way, before we get to what I was going to ask Joey, the rest of the cast, as I said, Michelle Pfeiffer, Diane West plays the agoraphobic neighbor. Dakota and Elle Fanning both got in this film, and Dakota, this is what really like launched her career, along with Laura Dern later in the movie, and Richard Schiff as the opposing counsel. He would of course be known for a lot from West Wing. For me as a video game fan, he was an awesome Odin in God of War Ragnarok. So good. I think he was also on.
I didn't know he played that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's who it was, and I think he's a regular
That's a good
lead
player.
on The Good Doctor on CBS. I don't
Yeah,
watch it,
like,
but I've seen it on
he's
YouTube.
one of those faces where like
He's been
one of those
around
faces
network
where, like,
TV a
you see
long
it and you're
time.
like, oh,
Yeah.
I've seen this guy everywhere. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but I've seen this guy everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So Joe, what I was going to ask before I got sidetracked there, as a first-time viewer, what were your thoughts on the movie?
The first beginning half, I almost had to look away entirely. Not like the part where he's
You were
like sorting
scared?
out the stuff. Is just like the quick cuts and the camera movements and everything is like, holy cow, this is way overwhelming for me.
Mhm.
And then slowly went on as it kind of understood, like, oh, this is kind of through his eyes and everything.
Mhm.
Like the quick cuts and all that. And no, as the movie itself, for first time watcher, I think the cry counter was up 3 times in this movie.
Yep. Yep,
Super
I
emotional.
was choking up
I
at
was
points,
like,
and
God
I've seen this a
damn.
lot.
I was like, God, they just kind of fucking hit it with the casting. I love his crew that he has.
Yeah, yeah.
His gang of guys are freaking awesome. I love the guy that's like really good at remembering like stuff from movies. I think he'd be great for this podcast. We can get him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not the actor though. Not. I don't know if you guys know the
So-
backstory with him.
I don't know.
No.
What's
He
up?
married like a 16-year-old when he was like 51 or something. She was definitely underage, and like
No, we don't want him on our podcast.
parents
anymore.
gave permission, and because it was marriage is a contract. Yeah, weird fucking dude. He's also the guy that you want to hate in Green Mile. That
Yeah,
yeah, he's that dude. He's like the most punchable face ever.
yeah.
Okay,
But
I take
a
back
cool
my
note.
statement.
Retract the
Cool note
statement.
for you, Joey, though.
I withdraw my statement.
A cool note about the troupe there. Sean Penn and the writers and developers of the screenplay actually went to there's a place in LA that at the time was helping neurodivergent and mentally challenged adults, mentally developmental challenged adults, and they spent a lot of time there. And two of the people that were there that they met and were meeting with and conversing with and everything, they were part of his group in the movie. Like,
Yeah.
they hired two of those people. So
the
like,
one guy, he's also in.
there was some representation.
Isn't he in the Johnny Knoxville one?
The Ringer?
Yeah.
Brad Silverman.
Is that him in
let me
this?
look. I think it is. He was in I Am Sam. He was in
Yeah,
I would
Brad
guess he
Allen
was in
Silverman,
the,
yeah.
the episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Brad Allen Silverman. And I forgot Brent Spiner was in
Yeah.
this. What the fuck was Brent Spiner doing in this? Like, what the fuck? As a shoe salesman. That is absolutely insane
that's right.
to me.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, data pops
I
up,
forgot
which I'm
that
like,
too.
where the fuck that come from? Like
That's such a
TNG,
good scene.
TNG movies were being made at this time. Like, what you here hurting for money? What the fuck?
I love Brad just clicking the two shoes. He's like, these shoes light up. This makes them
Dude.
very good shoes. I'm like, that is
Yes.
correct. I wish I had
I'm-
those shoes as an
I
adult.
did too. I was like, man, I saw that. I was like, he has to buy them now.
Yeah.
You have to. There's no reason not to. No, some other side notes. Apparently Starbucks paid good enough back in the day to get an apartment. That was cool.
Yeah, man, that was
Yeah.
before the wage gap had
mean-
been completely subsumed by, cost of living.
Yeah.
Yes. I love the lawyer character. She started off as like a big ol' asshole, and then she actually develops into like a fucking human, which I thought was pretty cool development for a character. There's a bouncy castle in the house for a birthday party. How the fuck? The soundtrack. I didn't notice the soundtrack in the movie
Yes.
when it said like it was like I was so enthralled in it. Like, I guess I didn't realize there was like background music some spots.
So when I was talking about the soundtrack, this is actually something that I was going to bring up. So the group of Sean Penn and his friends, they all love the Beatles. I think that was also something that came up when they were doing all of their visits and stuff. That there were just people that really loved the Beatles there, so they kind of wanted to pay homage to that. I think if I'm remembering from the behind the scenes that happened. But it's very expensive and tough to get legitimate Beatles songs into your movies, and on their budget they couldn't. So what they did is they kind of got a workaround by doing covers of Beatles songs and putting those into the movies. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure like every single song in this movies that's like a soundtrack and not like a score thing is a covered Beatles song. And that's what was being referred to as the backing soundtrack.
Was also Grammy
being so
nominated.
phenomenal.
So
Yeah.
there
But I
think
did
that makes
say,
sense.
did I mention what they made for money? Did I skip that?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
you
I
did.
didn't-
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking-
also, John Powell did the actual music. Who, if you don't know, John Powell went on to do How to Train Your Dragon. So, like,
Oh.
that's the kind of composer they got for this movie.
Yeah.
So,
But speaking of budget, just to dovetail very quickly, $22 million budget, rough box office, 97.8 per million. So made its money
Yeah.
back and then some. So did pretty well, even
almost
with
4
the,
times. Yeah.
even with the critics' issues, which we'll get to in a moment. So, gentlemen, continue
Yeah.
your discussion if Joey has anything else.
So I did. So the reference when the crosswalk that happened was a reference to the Beatles then, because I was like, that's kind of like a Beatles reference out of nowhere, but I kind of dig the scene because they all got balloons. I thought that was kind of awesome. Yeah, that's and also 325 for Girl Scout cookies. Weird things I picked up on.
Oh my
That's actually
gosh.
cheap as fuck. What the hell?
Yeah. And when's the last time you bought Girl Scout cookies from somebody who's walking around with Girl Scout cookies in the wagon? It's usually order the Girl Scout cookies and then we'll send them to you now.
Technically, not that long ago for me, but my mom, like all the Girl Scout, like the leaders and stuff, like she was their Girl Scout leader. So like they will drive up to our house and like, yeah, the few that are still around.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
So.
I'll do locally, like they'll post up in their
Oh yeah, right outside the school.
store.
Yeah,
Or
right
by
outside the
them.
store. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get the
I'll buy from
table.
them.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
shout out Personal Pan Pizzas. That shit ruled.
Dude, right?
That shit.
Oh yeah.
Those Personal Pan skillets at Pizza Hut. I'm sorry, that was peak cuisine in the late '90s, early 2000s, and you will not beat it.
Dude,
Absolutely amazing.
I drive past an old Pizza Hut that isn't a Pizza Hut anymore, but it still has the exact same roof that old Pizza Huts used to have. And I'm like, that's not whatever you say that is. That's a Pizza Hut in disguise.
We
And I drive
have.
past that every single day to work, and I'm just
We got to
sad that
get
it's
you to
not a
come back
Pizza
out
Hut
here because we
anymore.
have a Pizza Hut Classic in Mason City. We never
Do
go.
you? I think
and I never
I think
go.
the last time I had
Never
Pizza
go.
Hut was when I lived in Maine.
Yeah,
Like
it's
there was
still
an
there.
actual Pizza Hut around, and I was like, yeah, I'll go to this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I just saw somebody I follow on Blue Sky got one of their old stained glass lights, the Pizza Hut lights. Like, oh man,
Oh, that's sick.
I want that.
Good snipe.
I want one of those.
Damn.
But anyway, Joey, what else you
Pizza.
got?
I'm so glad I'm getting pizza tomorrow night.
Same
Oh,
here.
I'm gonna make some for him. Why was he the referee at the end?
Yeah, that seems very.
Excuse me, why not?
That was
In the interest
Sam?
of fair play, I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Your daughter is in the game. You are definitely a biased.
Yeah, not even
Individual.
talking about the intellectual disability issues. A daughter on
Yeah.
the field.
Exactly.
You're biased.
I get it.
Doesn't matter.
School thing. She was only like 8, I think, but still.
Yeah. Well, I think the scene would have been a little bit better if he was kind of in the audience and then just kind of super blew up. But
Yeah. Or if he'd been helping coach the team,
yeah, that'd been cool.
that'd have been
too.
cool. That'd have been fine.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
super obsessed with like sorting water. Oh, also when he's doing the coffee sorting in the beginning part, I literally do that when I'm like in a diner situation and I'm just like by myself or just kind of bored. I will sort the coffee packets individually,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
by order and everything. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I feel targeted.
Yep.
But no, that's kind of all I got for notes and everything for me.
All right. Gamma, you got anything to add?
I love that, like, there's the whole, like, Joey touched on this a little bit of how Michelle Pfeiffer's character is such, like, a direct counter to what Sam is. It's like Sam is doing everything he can to try and be the best parent, and he's going out of his way to try and be with his child as much as possible. And any moment that's given to him that he can be with his child, he's attempting to do that. And then Michelle Pfeiffer's character is at work all the time, bouncing everything around and giving little amount to the kid. And then, like, it's just this whole thing of, yeah, there's these two, one of them's on trial, but it's almost as if the wrong one's on trial for this scenario. Like,
That's a good point of view. I didn't take it that way, but
yeah, it's such an interesting dynamic, and I love the line later in the movie that Michelle Pfeiffer says that, like, there's two times where it's one where Sam's essentially given up and he said something, and it's been so long into the movie, and Michelle Pfeiffer says, "That's the first stupid thing I've ever heard you say." But then also kind of near the end where she says, I fear that I've gotten more out of this relationship than you have. And she was there fighting to help get his daughter back, and she said that, and as the audience, you're just like, yeah, you kind of have. I'm pretty sure you have, with the way that this story has gone. And that, like, it's that kind of stuff that made me really enjoy this movie. I've said it off of the podcast, but I used to watch this a lot in college. And honestly, coming into tonight, I was like, I don't know if I remember this, and I'm like, am remembering it wrong, or am I going to enjoy it again? And I watched it, and I'm literally like, I could probably watch this movie again tomorrow. Honestly, like, I really like this movie.
what I'd like to discuss, because after the movie, to discuss this scene too, was the courtroom scene where Sam's on trial, and it's shot kind of through his eyes or his head space, and it's fucking chaotic again. And like, even when the lawyer's asking questions, and he's like repeating like, "Answer, Sam," and stuff like that, I'm like, "Fuck, I didn't understand the question. Like, what the hell?" And he keeps asking and asking and asking. Eventually, gets Sam to fold and stuff like that. And I was like, "Damn, oh god."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The whole scene was fucking great. Yeah.
All right, Warburg, your turn.
On my end, I'm closer probably to what the critics' consensus is on the film. Not quite as harsh, but closer to that end.
Mm-hmm.
In that, I think I was reading the Robert Ebert review. The quote is, "You can't have heroes and villains when the bad side, the villains, are the ones making the most sense." In that, like, the message of the movie is like love is enough, which is like, it's not. Like, it's not.
Okay.
Right? You know,
Yeah.
like, given his support system that existed at the time, the fact that there was even a court case is nuts. Like, that's crazy. Like, it would never have happened. Like, right now, fight for like visitation rights and stuff, sure, but like, I don't even like custody would have been a question, given the complete lack of support system at the time that is shown in the movie. So like,
Yeah.
that's where like the fiction aspect becomes too fictional. Because like a case like this that had come up, like the mother, the doctor who's like, yeah, my mother was disabled and she's on the stand. Like, those kind of cases do happen, but generally there is an extra level of support system. Like in that case, the grandparents. In fact, I think it was a sitcom. I don't know if it was network or streaming. I can't remember. The landscape's crazy, where the daughter ends up helping the parents, but the grandparents were around her entire childhood. But like, she now resents her parents because they're both disabled. And she's not, like, she's normal, quote unquote, to use that word. So like, those stories do happen. And I want to say that show is based on the writer's real life, I think, if I remember right. I should have looked that up, but I remember that being in the marketing. Like, it's a little too like fictional and like overly nice. It's like, but that's not how real life would work. But
Oh no.
that's
that would be
Right.
my take.
Foster.
And like, for me, like, Pfeiffer's
I
role
understand.
on Pfeiffer's
Yeah.
role, like, I get like the growth of her, but like, we should have seen like her in her office, like, like doing other things, like, and how that impacts other aspects of her life. Like, the kid just kind of shows up, and oh hey, their relationship's better. Like, but again, it was already a 2-hour 12-minute movie. Where do you fit
quite
that?
a bit,
Yeah, where do you fit that? It's already a 2-hour 12-minute movie.
Right.
Maybe today it'd be a longer movie. I don't know. Or maybe they would focus on different
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Today, I don't know. It is almost 25 years old. So maybe they would focus less on the custody battle and more on the visitation and like helping Sam portion.
Right.
Gain his stability and then focus on them and the lawyer. I don't know. That's where I fall. Like for me, it's definitely on the. I don't hate the movie, but like I'm not gonna ever go out of my way to watch this movie again. Like if it hadn't come up in the
So
wheel,
like
I'd never watch it. It's not going in my
right.
collection.
So like for you, it was hard to immerse yourself in this movie because it was so different than real life while saying it's essentially happening in our world
Mhm.
kind of deal.
Yeah, and I wonder if
Yeah.
my background as an education teacher changes that because like I had worked with special
Mhm.
needs students every once in a while in my role as a teacher when I was teaching for a couple years. Like, but I'm hearing the lawyers' arguments. I'm like, yeah, they're right. Like, he can barely even
Oh,
be
yeah.
expected to get her to school. You know, like
Mhm.
that's not tenable as as she
Right.
progresses as a student. Just not okay. And like the fact again, the fact that there's a court case over like whether this is okay, like nah, judge would be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I totally agree that makes sense. Like
The fight for the court
yeah,
case in and of itself was too much of the movie. If it had been shorter, hey, you lost, rebuild your life in this new way with still keeping your daughter in it, that would have been a
Right.
better use of the movie's time and perhaps potentially made a better message for the movie.
so how would you have brought Michelle Pfeiffer's character
Well, she just stayed in the
into all
film.
this? Because right, I know that she was stated in the film, but like, how do you show her
You show her.
ineptitude and
You show
parenthood
what happens to her
through her
when
work?
she loses this pro bono case.
That's fair. Yeah,
Goes back to work and has to deal with. Does she get fired? Right, she's this
Right.
high profile attorney that took this like kicked out a client basically that was going to pay a lot of money to take this pro bono case for a guy that couldn't afford things anyway, and then loses. Like show the
Mhm.
fallout there and like show the fight with the husband. You know, show the reconnecting with the kid.
Yeah,
You know, don't just like
that's fair. Yeah.
oh, it happened off screen. You know, like if you shorten up the trial time to, hey, it lasted a day, and the judge is like, yeah, this is done, and this is what we're gonna do, because the court doesn't have
Mhm.
time for this shit. Those court, especially California, absolutely swamped. Like you saw the whiteboard, swamped,
Yeah.
right? Even back then, and it's a lot worse now. And like, just then focus on the child support, getting the new job and figuring out how to live, live without his daughter and like rebuild that relationship. Focus more on that because that feels kind of like not even like the last third. That's like the last like 10 minutes of the movie. And the court case
Yeah.
for the custody took up all this oxygen, which it didn't need to, in my opinion.
Okay, that's fair.
Again, not the worst movie I've ever seen, and not the worst
No, I mean-
portrayal of mental
Right.
disability that I have ever seen. Right, this ain't the
Yeah.
Ringer.
Which
Right,
and yeah, yeah.
right.
And you were saying like you agree with the critics, so like, I mean, I was looking at this earlier. Like so, Metacritic, the Meta score is 28.
Yeah, I'd be a little above that. Like, yeah.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it's 35 from the critics, and then from the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is an 86, whereas the user score on Metacritic is 6.5 instead of essentially 2.8. So like it's definitely, I think it's an interesting thing how like this is just a showing of how brains work and receive information from movies, and like how we all, I mean, on this podcast, I hate The Godfather, but Joey loves it, and Borberg for some reason thinks Kingpin is bad. Which,
Oh, yeah.
if you didn't know what the connection was, we went over it last time. Michelle
Yeah, we did.
Pfeiffer, Bill Murray in Ant-Man Quantumania.
I spoiled that
We'll
one.
move past it. Yes. But yeah, I think this is a good movie to show off the wide range of how art can be interpreted and enjoyed by different people.
Speaking of
Yeah.
different art, did I actually say who won the 74th Academy Award for Best Actor?
I don't remember if you said it in the
No.
podcast.
Did you guys know?
No.
Yeah.
If you had to take a guess, Joe, 2001, because Chris already knows. This is the year Sean Penn was nominated for this movie for Best Actor, before being lampooned by
Oh,
Tropic Thunder. Who won 2001's actor? Male. This is before it
Let me
was
know
a
if you need a
combined
hint.
category, so it's a male. It's,
Oh,
it's a
God.
I'll give you
combined
a hint
category.
related to I Am Sam.
No, it's not.
What? What was the hint? Sorry.
Ethan
Okay,
Hawke is in the movie.
Hint that's related to I Am Sam. Dakota Fanning
Oh, that's a good
went
one.
on to have a major role with this person
Two.
in a different film.
Twice.
2 films.
2 different films.
Right.
Oh, fuck. Shit just got muddier.
And
I
it's the
couldn't tell
opposite
ya.
lead who did not win any of the awards for this is Ethan Hawke. One of his
Oh,
first
fuck, I don't know.
big like, oh shit, he's a
And
star
Ethan Hawke-
roles. Not, it was after, I think Gattaca
Ethan
was the
Hawke was
first, but
with this actor in a 2016 retelling of an old movie.
that's
along with
true.
Chris Pratt.
He's also, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a great little Western.
Story 2016, a Western. Oh, God.
One of the biggest
Uh,
actors of all
uh,
time.
Yep.
Oh, no. Why am I drawing a blank? Oh, God. No.
It starts with a D.
Coach
Um,
Boone. Coach Boone.
I don't know.
Remember the Titans?
Denzel Washington.
There you go. You got
Yeah.
it. After a
Yeah.
little bit of
Holy
prodding, he got
shit.
there.
My
Oh,
brain literally hurt. I was just like, God damn. Because I'm imagining him in, oh, God, was it Magnificent Seven?
yeah, that was the that
Yep,
was
it
the
was
Western.
Magnificent
Yeah.
Seven. That was him.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
really
yeah.
good
Yeah.
Western.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
So good.
I
I
did?
love that was
Vincent
that was my favorite
D'Onofrio,
movie of 20.
his reveal is absolutely goddamn incredible.
Incredible.
So good. And I have a tangent for Vincent in a moment. But gentlemen, let's go with scores for this movie. Chris, this was your film. We'll start with you. What would you give this out of the 5? Of course, we use the letterbox scale, which Joey finally got on.
I should get on it at some point.
You should.
I'm just too lazy. I'm just too lazy and ADHD to ever remember after we end this podcast, like the recording, to ever go on to that site. Like I said, or I can't even remember if I said it in the podcast or not, but like I would watch this again tomorrow. I'm not gonna go ahead and say it's a 5. I know it has its issues. But I'll go ahead and say that this is a 4 out of 5.
Okay, Joe.
I will go with a 3, and I liked it. With 3
A
thoughts.
rewatchable 3.
Rewatchable 3, and I would collect this if I saw this.
Nice.
100% would. Because I think I'm in the same ballpark as you. If this, like, if it's on my, say if it's on my Jellyfin server, and I just randomly selected it, and it was already on there, and it popped up tomorrow, I'd watch it again 100%.
Yeah.
Fair enough. As I said, I'm closer to the critics, but not quite like 1.5. Because like in scale, that'd be like a 1 or 1.5. I'd give it a 2.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
again,
That's fair.
not the worst film I've seen, and absolutely not even the worst this year. Oh
No.
my god, War of the Worlds was so fucking awful, awful, so bad.
Here's the thing you gotta say about this movie: performances are great in
Yes,
this
you
movie.
get some great performances.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
The-
solid.
the
It's a
short
solidly
time
made
that
movie.
Laura Dern's in this film. Oh, she makes such a good impact.
Yeah, solidly made movie that I have some issues with the plot and some of their decisions with how to portray certain things, but that's my
fair.
take. So, that's what we're gonna call it for this movie. So before we get into what we're watching next, do you guys have anything to add to your movie wheels?
No. I did just start actually making a list of movies that I want to get.
Ooh, what'd you
So
get?
that next time I go to a movie. Oh, I didn't get anything.
Well, no, I'm
It's
talking
just-
like,
it's
what do you
just
what
I
do you
finally
write?
made a list.
What are we thinking?
Oh, so I've got 16 Blocks. I don't know if you guys have ever heard or seen that movie.
I think that was Mile 22. Never mind, not 16 Blocks.
16 Blocks is a Bruce Willis Mos Def movie. Fantastic film. If we get it, Joey, I'll make sure that it'll be one of my picks because
Do I own
It's
that?
such a good movie. Arrival.
Ooh,
I forgot that I actually own Inception, but I don't remember if I got
I do own the
DVD or
DVD.
Blu-ray.
I have the DVD of 16 Blocks.
Are you serious?
Mhm. Never. I don't think I've ever watched it.
That's a good movie. I need to get the Indiana Jones trilogy. I just don't have the trilogy. Logan Lucky, I don't have yet. Megamind. I don't know. I don't think it has, but Nimona, did that ever get a physical release from Netflix?
I would guess not.
I don't think it did because it was essentially picked up by Netflix from a different studio to be able to stream it.
Yeah, because who produced that? Was that? It wasn't Sony. Netflix works a lot
No.
with Sony. But who? It was Annapurna.
Yes.
That strikes me
yeah.
as weird that Annapurna wouldn't have a physical release though. They're kind of that indie.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
It's such a good movie.
it really is. It was really good.
But then the Sherlock Holmes, like the newer ones, I don't have either of them. My brother has them. So I love those. The new Superman, which actually comes out. Oh hell yeah!
I got the
That
4K
one.
of it.
Hell yeah! The new Superman comes out on DVD or on Blu-ray and stuff like 3 days before my birthday at the end of the month. So I'm gonna use my money to buy that. And then I added some TV series. I need to get the Clone Wars full series, Rebels, and Parks and Rec card.
Nice.
That's just what I have right now, but I've always had things run through my mind of like, oh, I need to get that movie. But now I actually have a list that I'll go to and actually add to.
Same. Joe, what'd you get? You got anything to add? Because I know we went. Did you buy anything there? Yeah, we did. I picked out some Blu-rays.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Oh, hell yeah. I got the upgraded version of Born Identity.
Oh, hell yeah.
Got, what was it? 300 Rise of Empire. I've never seen it or anything, but saw it. Had to buy it.
Is that the one with the girl from
Ava Green, yeah.
Casino Royale? Yeah, Ava Green.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Anchorman 2. Good movie. Don't own it. And I upgraded my Goonies to Blu-ray.
Dude, I saw that for the first time last year or earlier this year.
Dude, did you see Skeleton Crew?
It's an okay movie. Skeleton Crew is great.
Skeleton Crew is like, oh, we learned all the lessons from Goonies. Let's put that shit in Star Wars. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh
so
yeah.
good.
It was fantastic. I love Skeleton
So
Crew.
good. There's somebody in a nearby that like they have a canvas print of the poster of Skeleton Crew, and I'm like, I kind of want to go buy that. I kind of want it. It's dope. I love that show. I can't wait for the 4K of it. I'm absolutely buying that. It's fucking great.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put that on my list right now of things I need to buy.
And I actually added a bunch. I have a list going as well. It's on my work Excel, but I have like, I started seeing clips of Finding Forrester. I'm like, okay, I gotta buy that. Cinderella Man just upgraded to 4K. I love that movie. Awesome boxing movie, and actually really good adaptation of like the horrors of the Great Depression.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Russell Crowe. Okay.
Yeah, it was him, and I think it was Ridley Scott. I think Ridley Scott was the director of that. I don't think it was Tony. I think it was Ridley.
I've seen it. I saw it once in high school.
Yeah, we watched it in high school
it.
too, because they show the Hoovervilles really well, stuff like that. And then I have a whole bunch of TV shows to add. But Joe, you got anything else?
I do. I'm breaking the seal on this. First time in forever. Probably the only person who owns this. But Historic Buildings of Iowa, Mesa City, Clear Lake, right here, presented by Iowa PBS. I'm excited. It's not going on the list. But...
got it.
Oh, it's super rare.
That said, though, for the audiences, for audience edification.
Who's excited?
I was just gonna say,
technically,
Mason City is home to the only Frank Lloyd Wright built, operated hotel that's still standing.
Yes.
If you just go 30 minutes east of me, they have the Frank Lloyd Wright district where it's just a bunch of his houses out in Oak Park, Illinois.
They still have, and they also
I've doxed myself.
They also still have one of those in Mason as well. There's a number of houses along the Winnebago River in East Park, Iowa, that are Frank Lloyd Wright designs. But yeah,
Really
and
cool.
so Mason City's got some really cool architecture, actually. Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
just fucking
yeah.
hilarious that Joey found that. It's like, I gotta buy it. I gotta buy
I
it.
have to.
You gotta go back and get the
yeah.
VHS for the World War II ships. That you just need to show it.
Dude, I think I might just go tomorrow and just find it.
Yeah.
Or-
So speaking of, because that
What?
was a used move, like we found that at a Goodwill. I also found a
Goodwill,
couple
yeah.
things at a Goodwill. In fact, more than a couple. Oh, I didn't even open the new one. I'll crack that open here in a second. We'll do a little cut. So, I bought Power Rangers in 2017. The code was
A
used.
decently okay
Yeah,
movie.
and I mean, they had a DVD, so
It's not
it was
great.
it's like $2 for the Blu-ray or DVD, and they gave me a 4K for the same
Yeah.
price, which is like, you're not supposed to do that, but I didn't say anything. The Edge of 17, Haley Steinfeld and Woody Harrelson, which I'd never seen, but I think my parents would probably like it. And then Ocean's
I've
8,
never even heard of that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was good.
and also Steel Sealed. I opened it now because I wanted the code. Ghost in the Shell, which not a very good movie, but it was $2 and factory sealed. Why not?
You know
And-
what? You take those.
Yeah.
And the code worked, so I got a $2
It worked.
$2 4K digital code. I also got some new movies. At Dollar General, I found Hail Caesar. Like, okay, that's a Coen Brothers movie. Scott Pilgrim. Did I show these last week?
Okay.
Mm,
I couldn't remember.
I don't think you did.
Casino,
I don't think you did.
and then
Okay.
Sherlock Holmes, and also let me
Yes.
find my scissors.
Scissor me.
In this box, I have another one that I meant to open. I'm gonna pop open
Ooh.
Jaren's knife, Duran's knife.
Unboxing.
Ooh.
Unboxing. We're an unboxing channel now.
Black-
Go.
What is it? Blacksmith Forge at YouTube?
Bifrost Blacksmithing.
Bifrost Blacksmithing. That's
Makes
what it is.
he makes little knives. And some
Pretty
big
fucking
and
good.
some
Pretty
big fucking swords.
Yeah.
Does he have a?
I don't know if he'd be mad I used that as a box cutter. Sorry, Gerard.
I don't. I don't know if they have an online store. I know that they probably have like an ability. They have a way of taking orders because they do a lot of like. They're up in like cruise territory, Alaska. So a lot of the times people will come by and they'll be like, "Oh, I like this knife," and they'll just do like instead of here, take this knife onto the cruise with you. They'll do like, "Oh, you can order it and we'll send it to you," kind of thing. So.
Well, yes, I bought Captain Marvel for $8 on 4K.
Oh,
I was like,
that's
I had
another
to,
decently okay movie.
I had to buy a couple things
Oh,
on
I have to
Amazon.
have
I was like,
Thunderbolts.
hey, that's on sale for $8. Fuck it, I'll buy it. I'm a sucker for some of the Clark Gregg scenes, and Ben Mendelsohn's great in that one. So there you go, $8. And I think Brie Larson got shortchanged because they didn't know what the fuck to do with her character until Endgame.
No.
yeah.
And then they didn't know what to do with her in the next movie of
Exactly.
hers.
Yeah. Because she's
So,
she's
yeah,
great,
It's unfortunate.
but they don't know what the character
Yeah.
sucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I should add Community then. I was just thinking because she's in Community.
So we
Yeah.
got to do our next host. Now that we got done talking physical media,
Is the wheel gonna get me off of this wheel early by getting me
might.
again?
if it picks
Am
you,
I?
you're off the scale. So we have Chris.
I'm gonna say right now, if I get to choose, I'm making it so that Wartburg finally watches Inception.
Well, your dealer choice is gone, isn't it?
Do I not have two?
Yep.
Is it not two per person for dealer's choice?
I believe it's one dealer, one Discord.
Oh, is it just one? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, it was
Then
Discord, one dealer's choice, and then our random is twice.
Oh, that's what's
Okay.
choice. That's what's right.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Our
gotcha.
random is twice. So we have done two Chris movies pretty much right off the bat. We had our first was Detective Pikachu. That was a dealer's choice from Chris. Joey's collection random spin was A Quiet Place Part 1. And then we did I Am Sam. So let's spin this wheel.
Dude, this is already a banger season. Like,
It,
I Am Sam is probably, in my opinion, the worst of the three movies that we've watched.
All right, the next
Oh, is it a Wartburg?
it's a random one.
Okay. What are you hoping to get? Anything popping up that
Well, I was
you're
gonna say
thinking,
Clue,
I want this.
but then I went and watched Clue in
Ooh.
theaters. I was the only person in the theater.
Now I really want. Now I really want it to be Clue.
I
Do you have the version of Clue with all of the multiple different endings?
Yeah, it's the 4K. I had the
Did
30.
they show that in theater?
We got the true ending, the C ending.
Okay.
So, which is fine. I quite like it
Flames.
because it's Michael
Flames
McKean. He's
on the
great.
side of my face.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, and he has a great
God,
little
such
bit
a good
there.
movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the 35th anniversary 4K release. They just had the 40th
nice.
steelbook, but I'm like, I don't need to rebuy this. All right, so we're going to my list,
Dude,
which has now over 200 some. And I think I've added all the ones I bought, so we should be good to go. If I had to pick, let me go to my list. Let me go back to the main cam. There we go. We'll say of the new ones, I'd like to watch Casino. That'd be fun. Or
I've never seen that.
because I just did a fantastic little Batman wood burning, I wouldn't mind watching Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen that.
yeah, it's a
dude,
the-
if we had gotten my wheel spin, we could have possibly gotten Batman the movie with Adam West.
Oh, I love that, Chris.
Dude, it's a great Batman movie. Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb.
All right, let's spin this wheel.
What a great 4-minute scene of him running with a cartoon
It's-
bomb over his head.
It's legit.
Some days he just can't get rid of a bomb.
Oh,
love that
we
movie.
have
Oh.
we a franchise we mentioned earlier in this episode, or at least in the pre-show. I don't remember if
Oh.
it made it in the show. Taken. And that is the movie that it spat out.
Dude, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
So
so
we got a decent anecdote for that for next time.
yeah, it should be an interesting one. That would be the second Liam Neeson movie I've watched this year. The first being Naked Gun.
Oh, did you
Yeah,
like it?
no.
It is all right. I would like to watch it again because I think with a different audience it would hit better, because that is one of those movies where comedy is so. Some movies are great on your own. Some movies are great with a group. That doesn't mean it's a bad just because you have to watch it with a group either. I think like for me, like certain movies that just like have that cultural resonance. Like for me, watching Major League with our high school friends on the baseball team, one of the funniest movies of all fucking time. Like, goddamn, it's so good, right? It's still
Yeah.
amazing, even by yourself, but it was better. It's better with a group. I think Naked Gun would be one of those kind of movies where, because we
Okay,
enjoyed went to
okay.
see it in Algona, very stodgy. It's a Catholic town in small town Iowa, and that there was like 10
Yeah.
people in the theater. So like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of dead air that I don't think, if it had been a better theater going experience for us as in that specific theater, I think we'd have had a better time. And that's not the
Gotcha.
fault of the
I
movie.
agree there. No, not a fault of the movie.
No.
Just, atmosphere wasn't quite right, and just like
And I think when it comes out on digital, we might organize a watch party for it, because I think some of the jokes when I hear in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, that's fucking hilarious, but I didn't laugh in the theater. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like oh, my wife died. How'd she pass? Oh, like a breeze. Like 50 yards,
Yes.
like a breeze. You're like,
Love
God
that
fucking
part.
damn it. That's incredible.
Oh, fucking great.
Oh, God, it was so good. And the fucking fever dreams, like snowman, like out of a fucking Campbell's soup commercial shit. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
dude, that was fucking
What, like Jack Frost
murder
snowman?
him and
Absolutely
oh,
insane.
my God.
So fucking funny. Like, just thinking about it, like, that's hilarious. But in the theaters, I wasn't laughing. Like, you know, it was weird.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they do the Austin Powers bit where it's like the shaded from the back, and there's
there's some
there's
great
pretty good
bits.
parts.
Yeah, there's some great bits. So I'm like, man, I'm curious to see you with a different audience if that hits better. So, but yeah, that's where we're gonna get out of here. This is actually one of our longer episodes in a while. So that's our next episode. We're gonna watch Taken in roughly 2 weeks. Of course, with football, you never know. Of course, the Vikings this year started on Monday night, so it screwed up the plan that we couldn't watch the movie on Monday night. And I'm glad we didn't because,
Yeah.
man, what a game. Oh, what a game.
Yeah.
And then Sunday night, we're not going to talk
It was
about that
tough
for
to be-
Chris.
It was tough to be in a room with a Bears fan during that.
And
game.
you had to follow up being a Ravens fan the night before.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like, I'm okay with losing to Josh Allen. As long as it's not Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, like, I respect Josh Allen so hard. I hope he gets a Super Bowl someday. I don't want him to go down as like a Dan Marino of our era. Like, he just seems like a good dude. He's a great player, and he's like, I root for him whenever it's not against the Ravens.
I want him to do that because then I can say, yeah, the Iowa Hawkeye defense made him look like a JV quarterback in college. Just saying. Just saying.
At least you guys didn't lose to Aaron Rodgers this week. Jets looked good. They're fun.
Jets
to
look
watch
good
finally.
though.
Just
Yeah.
look like it'll be a competitive season.
Yeah,
Right,
so I mean,
yeah.
we could throw some dice. We could make some plays now, and
Yeah.
oh man, we look good together,
Yeah.
which is great. Holy shit!
The vibes are improving.
Yes,
I'm going to be
season
excited. I'm going to be excited for the week that the Ravens play the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun.
All right, well, we're gonna get out of here. That's enough sports talk. We got movies to go watch. We'll see you in a couple weeks for Taken.